In this episode, we're going to be taking a look at and doing a review of a Raicilla right here on the Tequila Hombre. Coming up next. Hello and welcome to this episode of the Tequila Hombre, where today we're going to be discussing Raicilla. And we're going to be doing a review of one of my favorite Raicillas, which is called El Lobo de la Sierra. And so, well, first let's start talking about what is Raicilla. So Raicilla is a mezcal that is made in the western region of Jalisco. So basically there's two areas where Raicilla is made. One is called La Costa, which is the coastal area, which is out by Puerto Vallarta. And the other part's called La Sierra, and Sierra is in the mountains there, not too far from Puerto Vallarta as well. Now, Raicilla is made in what is called, they call their palenques tabernas. And when they make Raicilla in the tabernas, there's different ways that they use to make it. So the agaves are typically cooked in either underground conical ovens or an above ground adobe style ovens. So they use one or the other in the tabernas. They also, after the agave are cooked, they then will shred it by hand, by mallets, or even use a taona. And the agave fibers are then placed in a fermentation tank, which can be made of stone, plastic, wood. And so they have different kind of vessels in which they ferment in. And then after fermentation's done, then they either use Filipino style stills. They use alembic stills, which are like your stainless steel or copper stills to do the distillation in. And most of the Raicillas you find in the store are twice distilled. Now, typically there's three types of agave that they use for Raicillas. It's Maximiliana is one of them, Angustifolia is another, and Rhodocantha is another one. So those are the three that historically are the major agaves that are used for making Raicilla. Now, Raicilla can be kind of interesting in its flavor profile, so you have to be careful if you're not into the funky flavors. You have to kind of be really careful about what Raicillas that you select, because they can get really funky and musty on the flavor profile, or they could be quite normal, like similar to tequila type of flavor profile. Now, the one we're going to review today is more along the lines of what tequila drinkers would enjoy without getting too funky on the flavor profile. All right, so the Raicilla that we're going to be looking at today is El Lobo de la Sierra, and the Raicillero that makes this, his name is Don Gerardo Pena, and he is a legend in the Raicilla world. He's also the same Raicillero that makes the La Venenosa Puntas. Now, his nickname is Lobo de la Sierra, so that's why he named this Lobo de Sierra, La Sierra. Okay, so the agave for this is Maximiliana, and it gives you all the details on the bottle. So I'm just going to give you the details from off the bottle. So it's Maximiliana. It's made in the state of Jalisco. It's the regional Sierra Occidental, so it's a native in the mountains. The village is Huacoles. They use an adobe oven, above ground adobe oven for cooking it. They use black oak for fuel for the fire. They fermentation in oak vats and wooden vats, and the yeast that they use is wild yeast. They just let it ferment naturally with the local yeast. They use stainless steel pot stills for distillation, and it's distilled twice. And this particular batch is 44.6% alcohol by volume. And so let's not waste any more time. Let's get into the tasting portion. Oh, and this retails, Ferment and Still sells it for $89.99. All right, so let's get into the tasting portion and see what this Raicilla is all about. All right, so just so you know, when I have had this before, I love it. And when people ask me, hey, Hombre, I want to get into Raicilla, what do you recommend? This is the one I recommend they start with, because for me, it's really good. And it's really reasonably priced at $89.99 for a bottle. All right, so let's take a look at this. Let's pour some in the glass. Okay. I've gone through several bottles of this stuff. I keep ordering more because it's good. All right, so let's take a look at it in the glass. Now this bottle I did pay for. This was not provided by the brand, just so you know. So looking at it in the glass, it coats the glass beautifully. You can see the legs coming down the glass there. It's got some pearls on it. And the Raicilla itself is crystal clear. Looks beautiful. All right, let's see what we get on the nose on this. On the nose, I'm picking up some sweet cinnamon, cooked agave notes from it, definitely. A little hint of herbal notes, kind of like rosemary. Slight mintiness to it as well. A nice minerality to it. You can definitely tell you use some mineral water with it. It smells really nice. There's nothing wrong on the nose at this at all. It smells really good. All right, so let's see what we get on the flavor profile. This is my first sip of agave spirit today, so I am going to get my mouth acclimated to it before I look for tasting notes, so just bear with me for a second. All right, we're good to go. Salud. Coats the mouth nicely. Nice sweet cinnamon note. Nice fruitiness coming through. Sweet fruit coming through on it, like pear. A little bit of herbal notes coming through, like rosemary. Definitely the hint of mint in it as well. But that cinnamon note just kind of follows through all the way to the end. There's a little bit of heat to it, but the heat's not overbearing or anything at all, but it just really kind of helps carry the flavor profile through. This is really enjoyable. And then I get this long-lasting sweet cinnamon cooked agave note coming through on it with this nice herbalness, this nice rosemary type of herbalness coming through on it. Really enjoyable. I definitely can enjoy this with a cigar, a good stogie. Definitely a really nice sipper. It would make great cocktails too, but for this, I just would sit and enjoy it as a sipper. So how would I rate this one on the Raicilla scale? This is one of my favorite Raicillas, so I'm going to give this one a solid 5 agave for this. I love this Raicilla. It's one of the Raicilla that I drink the most. I think you guys would like it too, especially coming from tequila. If you want to jump into the world of Raicilla, I definitely recommend it. It's really tasty. So if you like the information I shared in this video, make sure you click the thumbs up and give me a like. If you're new to the channel, bienvenido, welcome. And if you like honest, unbiased reviews like this on all kinds of agave spirits, including tequila, or you want informational videos that help you in selecting the right tequila when you go to the liquor store, then make sure you click the thumbs up or click the subscribe button right there and the notification bell next to it right there, so you get notified every time I post a new video, so you can get the information you need to be a powerful, informed consumer. And until next time, like I always say, life is too short to drink bad tequila or Raicilla. So, hey, if you want to pick up a bottle of the La Sierra, the Lobo de la Sierra, I highly recommend it. You'll love it. Salud. Bye, guys.